Hello everyone and welcome to Big Little Trees. My name is Joachim Johansson and in today's video I will be working on this Ficus Benjamina forest, or jungle if you will. I put this jungle or forest together back in May from cuttings taken from this tree, which I recently made a repot video of. And then I pruned it in July. And since then it has only gotten to grow as much as possible. And this is what it looks like now. And I think it's time to prune it up again. So let's go. I am going to start with this tree here and get that into shape first, and I will take each tree one by one. So there are 5 of them right now. I think I will have more of them when the forest is done. So let's get started. Down here I got this branch coming up from the base. I left it to grow just to thicken up the base a little bit, but I don't want it in the finished tree, so I will remove it now so it doesn't leave too much of a scar. So first cut coming up. Moving up the trunk, it divides up here, and this branch then divides into 2 branches again. I'll just remove this big old leaf there. I'm actually quite happy with the ramification of this branch coming off here. It's starting to ramify quite well. I will just remove this other big leaf here. Okay, this is quite long, so I will need to take this back a bit. I will start with just taking it back to here. Okay, so this branch coming up here is a bit difficult because it's quite long. I've stopped giving this forest nutrients for now because the internodes of the branches that grew got quite long. So I want to knock back the vigor a bit to make the ramification more dense. So there's a shorter distance between each node. Yeah, so I think I'll just take that entire branch off. So I'll take it off here. Yeah, here we go. So next comes up here. I would like it to start branching out a lot more from here, so I'll just take this tip off like that. Then we got this leader coming up here. First it puts out a branch backwards here, and I kind of like that. I will keep that as it is for now. And then it puts a branch out into this direction here, and I actually like that one as well, just want that one to develop. But it's starting to get a bit high, so I think I'll just take this top off. There we go. So I think that's it for this first tree. It's a bit difficult to see because there's a lot of other trees overlapping. I can take this big leaf away, for example. So this tree hasn't had any work done to landscaping or positioning of the trees. I've just planted all of the cuttings in a pot for them to grow in. So it's not really designed in a specific way right now. I will take them out of this pot in spring and put them in another pot and do some landscaping and select the structure of the trees and what tree goes where and all that in spring. So that will be really exciting, adding some rocks to the landscape and all that. So the next tree I'll be going for is this middle one. So I'm going to start with removing this branch here. It's a bit too far down and comes straight out towards the viewer, because I do think this will be the front of this tree. So now we can see the structure of this tree a bit more clear. So it got kind of a dual trunk, which I kind of like. This trunk coming up to the left here has gotten quite long, so I will cut that back here and see if that's enough. I'll remove this big old leaf. I got this bit just growing straight up in kind of almost like a bow. This bit here, and I don't like that a lot. I'll take it off here, hoping that there will be a bud coming from this leaf going outwards. Then we got this inwards growing branch here, which I don't think is an issue. I kind of like it because I will want to start to form the canopy of this tree quite soon, since it's a very, very miniature tree. So I will keep that for now. So let's see how this other trunk looks. So it comes up, and then we got this very long branch coming off to the side here, going straight out. I don't think I like that at all, actually, but I will start with just taking it back to here. It divides into 3 here, so 1, 2, and 3 here towards the back. And I don't like that. And I do want to keep this middle one, the thick leader. So the question is, do I cut this off, or do I cut this coming off to the back off? This is a tough one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take this back one off completely and see if I can get something growing from this part of the right one. Here goes. I want to compact this branch growing towards the front here, so I will just take it back to here. And then I got another leader growing to, actually I'll take this big leaf off as well. This leaf is annoying me, actually. That branch will never be good. I got a bud going a bit upwards here, maybe that could turn into something good, but I don't get a leaf there, so maybe it will die off. I'll just make a gamble here, remove that. So this branch back here, what do I do with that? I definitely can take this part off, so I will do that to start with. So I got this bud growing right here. So I could cut it back to here and let that bud grow. I think I will. I'm doing it. Okay, so I got a really, really, really long branch growing towards the back from this tree. Yeah, this one. It's got a really long internode here as well, which is not very nice. So I will start with just taking the majority of it off there. Do I want that one at all? It's kind of wonky. It does add some depth having it there. No, I'll take it off. I don't like it. Okay, so I think that's it for this tree for now. Maybe I'll get back to it for some cleanup later. So moving on to this third tree, it's a bit probably the weakest tree of them all. So it comes up here, and then it got a branch towards the left here, and I'll just shorten this one down to here, taking the top off. Actually, I'll take it back to here. The next branch comes up to the right here, and I'll take it back to here. Then we got a division of 2 here. This has gotten quite long, so I will take this part back to maybe here, or even one step further here. And then we got the apex here, which I'll just take the top off of, like that. And this one I will just let grow a little bit more. That was a quick affair. We got 2 trees left. We got this back one, which has grown really, let's call it one-sided. So all of the foliage of this tree is towards the right here. And we got like a little branch towards the left here. And also the roots of this seem to only grow towards the back as well. I'll start with taking this low branch off. I don't need that. There we go. And I don't really know what to do with this very long straight section. I mean, I'll start with just taking it back to here, I guess. But I would have to, I don't know. Hopefully, if I prune this back hard, all of the other branches, and it might get some new shoots from further down, so I can taper it off towards the left here. Yeah, this one is a pickle. Well, I'll just prune the top off of these other branches here, so that I promote as much of energy going further down the trunk as possible. Maybe I'll get some growth there. We'll see. This back branch can be taken back to here. This branch coming to the front can be taken back to here. And then we got this long branch towards the right here. I will prune almost all of that off to, or maybe, what if I prune it back to here? And then take this big leaf off. And then prune the tip of this. I'll take this one off to, this tip off to here, or maybe I'll just actually, yeah, I'll do kind of a Hail Mary cut here and see if I can get something growing from that node there. I think that takes care of that tree for now. It's definitely one of the most problematic ones, or the problematic one out of all of these. I'm thinking about maybe merging that tree, because I have the same issue with this cutting, that it's also very one-sided. So I'm thinking about maybe merging these two and get one thick tree. Maybe that would be like the center tree of the forest one day, since it would be the thickest. We'll see. So, closing into the last tree here. And this branch here doesn't contribute to that at all, so I will take this whole branch off. There we go. Then coming up the trunk, we have a branch coming towards the front. I will see if I can redirect that by pruning it off short here. And then we got this quite tall branch starting to grow vertically. I will prune that off at about here and see if I can get some more horizontal growth. Continuing up the trunk line, we got this trunk here. It's got a quite long and straight section without any taper or leaves, but I can't prune it back to here because it might die off, since I don't have any buds or leaves here right now. So I'll have to just prune this top back hard. Taking that part off. I'll take this big leaf off here as well. Then I'll take this off at about here. And we got this branch interfering very much with this part of the tree, so I will maybe take it off completely or prune it back hard. Let's see. Take that off. Does that help? Barely. I will take it off completely. Yeah. There we go. I will take the tip off of this. And then I'll prune this part off here to make it go more vertical here and form a canopy. And I will save this for, maybe I'll take this branch off at a later point. I would want to take this tip off as well, and I think I will. Let's see if there's any old leaves that I can remove. I can remove this old leaf. I can remove this old leaf. Okay, so I will also take the tip of this one to make some more horizontal growth coming up from this leaf, hopefully. Yeah, and I don't vibe with this branch, so I will take it off. Just an old leaf I can remove. Yeah, so I think that's it for the pruning of my Ficus Benjamina forest or jungle. I took a lot of foliage off. Some of these I might plant as cuttings later to get some more small trees to put in the back of this forest when I arrange it later in spring. Let's take it out for a watering. My Ficus Benjamina forest is pruned, watered, and now I'll just wait for it to grow once again. Then we'll get back to it in spring for the landscaping and repotting, which I'm so excited about. Please tune in spring. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!